morning everybody, Car Biker here. Out on a lovely Saturday morning. It's mid-December now, not quite, but nearly winter. Winter starts this week. Pretty cold, about 2 degrees. Maybe 3 by now because it is warmed up a little bit. There was ice on the car when I set off this morning. I'm out with Chris. We're off to Squires for a cup of coffee. Nice little run, about 35-40 miles each way depending on which routes we take. And some nice little easy roads to ride down. Went out with him the other day. That'll have been my last video probably, where I was talking about the fogging on the visor and trying out that Zeiss stuff. I haven't retreated. That's the last time I've been out, and I haven't retreated the visor yet to try it again. So I thought I'll try it again before I write it off completely and just keep it for my camera lenses only. So I can't feed back on that yet. But on that day that I went out with him, it was a similar temperature. If anything, probably a degree colder, and also there was a lot of fog. There's a lot of moisture in the air, means it's pretty hard to stay warm. So I had my heated jacket on that day, heated vest I should say, and I was quite nice and warm in my upper half. But I had my winter gloves on. I actually thought about putting my all-weather gloves on that morning, and I'd looked at that now. Maybe winter gloves are a better idea. And I was right, because even with the winter gloves on, by the time we got to our first stop, which was a BMW motorbike dealership, my hands were absolutely freezing. My fingertips were agonising with the cold, and I was starting to lose my feeling in my fingertips, which to be fair was a blessing, because it stopped the pain. But then it warmed up inside the dealership and the pain started again. And that repeated twice, because we then went on to a Suzuki dealership and then on to a place called Infinity Motorcycles in York. Chris was feeling it too. He said, can we go to that shop because my legs are really cold. Just surprised me. That's the only bit of me that never really feels the cold, is my legs. My toes maybe, but never my legs. Always my core and my fingers. So we went off to Infinity, which is not a motorbike dealership. It's they sell all the clothing and accessories and things to go with motorbikes. And while Chris was trying on his base layers, I was having a look around the shop to see what they had, and I found that on offer, which was pretty good just before winter, they were selling 3 different winter gloves. 3 different heated winter gloves, I should say. Not 3 gloves, that would be silly. 3 different pairs. That'd be an interesting box set. Well, now I've got you 3 gloves. Merry Christmas! But yeah, they had these 3 different sets of gloves on sale. I thought, I'll just try them on. And I tried on all 3, and the ones that gave me the best fit were the RSTs, RST Paragon 6 they were called. And it'd been my birthday a day or 2 before, and I've been given a little bit of money because people never know what to get me. I'm a middle-aged man. I've got everything I need. So a few people had given me some money. So I thought, well, I'll use that money, put a bit towards them myself as well, and I'm going to get myself some of these heated gloves. So that's what I've done, and I'm wearing them now. And I thought I'd give you my first impressions, a bit like I gave first impressions on the Beeline Moto a few videos ago. Don't know how many videos ago it was. I uploaded it about a week and a half ago, but it won't be a week and a half ago in your timeline, only in mine. As with the Beeline Moto, I haven't read the instructions for these, but they seem fairly easy, and they seem the same as my Kai's jacket. You press and hold that button there, you see the one that's lit up. Press and hold that one and the button turns red, and then you tap it and it turns, I guess it's supposed to be yellow, but it's more of a mix of red and green. So where they overlap it goes yellow of course, but you can actually see the red and the green on there. That's the setting I've got at the minute. And then you tap it again, it goes green, and there are your 3 heating levels. So you've got red hot, yellow medium and green, the lowest setting. I've got them on yellow at the minute. I did start them on red. I turned them on and within about 10 seconds my fingers were too hot. But on yellow, in this temperature, at this kind of speed, they are wonderfully warm. They're not, you know, it's not holding your hands to a fire warm, although the red wasn't far off that. It's sat in the house with the heating on warm. So you're not thinking about them. There's not a hint of cold about them at all. So what are they? They are a nice heated glove. It's got the 3M thin chelate material in it, so I would imagine even without the heater turned on, they would be quite warm anyway as just winter gloves. And they've got nice knuckle armour, very comfortable for me anyway, because I've got short fingers. They work well for my short fingers. They're all short. Slight problem with my thumb on my left hand is my thumb don't go to the end, as you can see, which gives me a little problem that twice, and I'm going to have to think about it carefully, but twice I've turned off my indicator and it hasn't gone. So I've been riding along for 20 seconds with my indicator flashing until I've seen the idiot light. So I'll have to make sure I stop doing that. But yeah, they're a lovely, thick, quite bulky, but fairly easy to move. Even though this is the first time I've worn them, they're fairly flexible. They're not restricting me in any way. I can use all the controls nicely, apart from the cancellation of the indicator. The battery powered. This is a little zip there on the cuff. So the two batteries go in there. They charge with a little USB device, and they supposedly last for a couple of hours if you have it on full power. Are any of these going to stop? Hey! Couple of hours if you've got it on full power, up to, they say, about 6 hours if you've got it on the lowest setting. So yeah, so you charge them up with a little USB cable, both at once. So it's got a special USB cable with a split in it, and then plug them back into the glove. They come out of the glove completely for charging, which would be handy. So if I do need to recharge them on the bike, I could put a little USB port under my seat or something, or just use, I could do it in my pocket with one of my battery packs, you know, one of my USB power banks. What else to say? Oh yeah, what do they feel like? That's probably, if you've come for my first impressions on these things, you'll want to know, what do they feel like? Well, when you turn them on, it takes all of 10 seconds before you start to feel the warmth coming through, and all of 30 seconds before they're fully up to temperature. They work really quickly. When I first turned them on, they went straight to red, so I thought, well, leave that on, just see what it's like. And yeah, within 10 seconds it was too hot. I wasn't on the bike, so I didn't have the wind going over the gloves, but it was too hot. Once I got riding, it felt a little bit less excessively hot, but on the red setting it was still too hot, even on this cold day, which bodes well. I tried them on the green setting for a bit, and they were kind of okay. I could feel cold coming through. It wasn't chilly, it wasn't horrible, but I thought, well, we'll have one more, so I put them on the yellow setting, which is what they're on at the minute. They do look green to me from here, but yeah, I can see that there's a red LED and a green LED, and both are on. So it is on the yellow setting at the minute, and it's just right for this. My hands are lovely and warm. I don't have my heated grips on. These things don't heat your palm, as far as I can tell, and I don't think they heat the back of your hand, but they might do. I mean, it's not cold by any means. It's absolutely perfect, but they definitely heat your fingers, on the back of your fingers and around the end of your fingers, which is the bit that I had the real problems with on that ride with Chris. So all the way down the back of my fingers I can feel the heat, feel that warm glow, and it's the bits that the heated grips don't get. I don't have the heated grips on at the minute. I don't feel the need for them with the gloves on, to be fair, but if I wanted to, because my palms aren't as warm as my fingers, I could warm them up by turning the heated grips on. I've actually taken the grip puppies off because I think they were not helping the other day either. My initial impression of them is very, very good. If they live up to the promise in terms of how long the batteries last, and Of course, if nothing breaks, it's always that possibility. Not sure what the warranty is on them, to be honest. I should probably check that. I guess I was just too excited when I was buying them, thinking, yes, I'm finally doing it. I'm finally turning off my Yorkshireman for half an hour and buying these expensive gloves. I think they were about 160 quid, I think. Yes, if they live up to everything the man said, who was obviously trying to sell them to me, then I think they will have been a great buy. I guess the one thing that does concern me is that they are lithium-ion batteries, which need to be stored properly, and because these won't be getting used all year, I'll have to make sure that I do store them properly. You're supposed to store them, I think, 60% full or something, so you don't want to fully charge lithium-ion batteries and then leave them around. But similarly, you don't want to let them discharge completely, because then they can be a pain to get to charge again. And I would imagine a replacement set of batteries won't come cheap. But yeah, I think these might have been a good buy. And I also think I might have been waffling for quite some time, so I should probably wrap this one up, because my videos do seem to be getting longer and longer. Maybe I should challenge myself to try and do some short videos. Maybe I should even try a YouTube short, I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, I'll wrap this one up. So thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Ooh, just a little quick extra bit. I thought I'd just try adjusting them while I was on the bike. So I pressed the buttons, really easy to press with the gloves on, which was nice. And I put them onto red just to see what it would be like, and immediately my fingers are toasty, really nice and warm. But that's made it clear now that when I did that, I can feel that I said I wasn't sure whether the backs of my hands were actually getting heated or not, but they absolutely are, because now I've put it up a level, I can feel it within seconds again, just that warm glow just going over all of my fingers and the top of my hand as well.